Okay. Can you hear me now? Just make sure you can hear me and see me. Just let me know. Hear me, see me, and where you're watching from tonight. I was going to say, you don't know. You have no idea. I'm telling you, I've got some fun stuff coming up tonight. I'm stacking the gifts. I'm getting everything. Hang on here. Just getting everything in order. I've got some good stuff. So it's my birthday bonanza extravaganza happening tonight. So here's what's happening. Birthday week, we wanted to do something fun, and last week we didn't have a chance to get to some of the things we wanted to do. We had a death in the family and some things, and family comes first, so we were dealing with that and whatnot. But it's also been a while since we did a fireside chat, maybe a month or so, and these are not as regular as they used to be. So we're probably maybe once a month right now with the summer break and everything. I call it a break because here in Michigan, it seems like the rest of the country, things just sort of slow down. We come to a screeching halt during the summertime. So thank you for sharing, Lori. I appreciate that. Donna says, hear you just fine. We got YouTube working tonight. Hopefully it works tomorrow. I did some work behind the scenes there tonight. Good to see you, Jess. Appreciate you. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Jessica. Hang on to your hat. Storm just rolled through cold water. Trees down everywhere. Oh, no. Maybe I should look and see what the... Well, there's a reason why I'm not outside right now. Because it literally says, and it literally says, rain right here. And usually I'm outside hanging out, but I thought, today I'd probably be better suited inside. Hey, if it gets weird, I might have to cut this off, but just letting you know. So I got all kinds of stuff. Again, why aren't you outside, Lori? That's why I'm just telling you. I thank you, Sally, for the condolences and the prayers. That really means a lot. Because this, it's just. I'm not going to show you where we are, but it's just missing us, like south of. It's like south of Grand Rapids. I don't know if you can see. I don't want to give too much information away about where we are, but that's Grand Rapids. It's just south of us. So maybe I would have been okay out there. It's hot and humid though. I'm telling you that much. It's one of those days you really don't want to hang outside as much. So anyway, what I said is I just showed you one of the things, the stop box. These are prizes we're giving away tonight. I've got books, my book, Good News, Hope and Encouragement for Trying Times. By the way, do you like the background? Is anybody, I was looking for like a fire, normally do like a fireplace, but it's sort of the fireplace, the cozy sort of winter fireplace for tonight. I thought, it probably doesn't really do it justice. So anyway, I found one on the beach. So it's our beach. Now, look what I found. I found a couple of leftover. Now, you can't even buy these right now. You cannot buy. And by the way, I'm going to tell you, whoever wins these, got to be a certain size because I only have certain sizes and I have to go make sure. But these are larges. Gulf of America tea. These are amazing. I love these. One of my favorite teas. I got news about merch on the way. I can't share it tonight, but let's say in the next few weeks, I got some news about merch. Gulf of America teas. I mean, that says 4th of July. Hopefully you wore your Gulf of America tee if you have one. Hopefully you wore it. All right, so books. I'm just trying to do. I was doing a little digging earlier. I don't know. You gotta see my office. It's a mess right now. and some of the big gear for folks in the VIP Freedom Fam when we switch over tonight. So get ready. We're going to do random drawings, and I've got an assistant producer who is taking what's the best word? Well, I guess he's taking charge of seeing who share. There's a couple of ways you can do. So here's how you get entered tonight. You either share the broadcast, right? Or you comment on the broadcast, or you interact like a heart or a like, something like that. That's what's going to get you in the running. But shares are my favorite. I'm telling you, those are going to get weighted a little bit more. Even got the haters in here tonight with us tonight. I see one of the folks. You guys, you crack me up. Some of you haters crack me up. Some of you folks that come in and leave your comments like it's going to make a difference. It cracks me up. We're glad you're here too, though. And we're glad you leave comments. And I don't think like haters or trolls actually ever think about it. But when they engage with our content with, whether it's a post or a video or whatever it might be, they actually help fire it out there to people. Kelly says, how do you share on locals? Oh, don't worry about sharing on locals, Kelly. Only share on Facebook, because we can't keep track. If you share on locals, we can't keep track of that. Only share on Facebook, X, and Rumble. Those are the three. Facebook, X, and Rumble. And let me make sure Rumble looks good too, because I don't want to leave them. I don't want to leave them out of the fun tonight. All right. Yeah. Drop in gifts and prizes like Tulsi's dropping docs. The fireside chat. Fantastic. Let me make sure that they're looking good here too. All right. So, I said like I got some big prizes. We've been meaning to give some of these away. And by the way, we got more coming. If you are a Freedom Fam VIP member, we've got lots in store for you in like the next few months. I think you're really going to enjoy what's going on. So anyway, Gritter. Gritter, your birthday's next week? That's awesome, man. Happy birthday. I didn't know that. Gritter's over on Rumble tonight for some reason. Julianne, good to see you. So if you repost on Rumble, you repost on X, and then share on Facebook, you're into the running. Those are the big ones. You can also like, you can comment. We love that. Starlink was down for 3 hours today. Wow. That's interesting. I wonder if it was like an upgrade, an update. So anyway, I told you a couple of the big prizes. Here's another one. Now these are from China, but they're Baofengs. These are radios. These are professional FM business transceivers, what they call them. They're portable two-way radios. I believe these are ham radios. So you do need a license, but you don't need a license to win them. You do need a license to operate them. Hang on. Yeah. And I will tell you, these are opened. I haven't used them. I did take them out to like just play with it and see how it. Channel mode. So these are great for communication, like if the grid goes down, if the what hits the fan, etc. And I believe, yeah, there's an antenna in here or two. There's two of these. You get two. But you could use these. Get the battery comes off in the back. And if you ever need to communicate, like when it hits the fan, or if it hits the fan, you can. So that's a good point. Andrew Stuff says if you do share the locals post, which is a good idea for folks on locals, just make sure you tag my handle on social media so I see it. That's a very good point. That's another good way to do it. So you have these. What is that's a good question. What is what's the Baofeng? What's the model number on these? I honestly don't know. Lots of Chinese symbols here. I was going to try and look it up so I could tell you like the value on them, but let's check. Baofeng 400-12 012 3353. Let's see if it'll tell us what that says. Does it say? I'm not seeing them. Anyway, I gotta say those are probably $100. This stop box, which I love, it's the Stop Box Pro. I have one of these. You keep your important items that you want keep locked up. You keep them in here. And it's got, by the way, there's no batteries needed for this. This is easy access, and you could put a lock on it. Like you could put a lock. Hang on, it's right over here. You could put a lock on this, but using the finger combination here, that's how you unlock this thing in a hurry when you need what's inside. It's lightweight. It's made of like a sort of like a composite, like a plastic. I wouldn't call it a safe, but it's a box that keeps things safe. How about that? Are those radios like Nextel's? No, Terry. There are some that work on the cell towers you've probably seen people talking about before, but these work if the cell towers go down. I don't know what the range is going to be on these, and I think that depends a lot on where you are. And I'm not a ham radio operator, so you'd have to look into that. But I did buy them a while back. I got a deal on them, and I got an extra set for this purpose specifically. So you've got those. I've got my books. And I'm trying to think of what else, but I do have the Gulf of America tees. If you say you want a Gulf of America tee, drop in the comments, no matter where you're watching right now, Gulf of America, and then like a USA flag emoji. Drop that in the comments real quick. Gulf of America, because I've got a few of those to go around. And if you're a size large, I may have some others too. I got to check, but drop yours in really quick. Let me know. Bang, bang. Baofeng and bang, bang. It's kind of like Fang Fang. That would be sweet for your cabin, Sherry. Absolutely. Bonnie's in the Gulf of America. Do you think Obama or Hillary will be arrested? Great question. That's what the fireside chat is actually for. It's really a Q&A, more so than anything else, a chance to ask me anything. Um, Cindy, is Cindy here? Oh, Cindy's the one who told me about Starlink. Cindy, I wonder how you're doing. Sue, it's good to see you the other day. It was really good to see you, and I'm so glad to see you back here today. Cindy, or Sue. I told you it fell off with a little keychain, but I still have it. Sue's husband, who's since passed, made these, and you could see there are three crosses. This means the world to me. It was a gift from him, and he was a veteran, just a wonderful man. And it's a really fascinating. Maybe Sue could tell you a little bit more about the design, but a really fascinating, very special piece of it. It sits right up here. Now it is right next to the CNN cream of you know what, but um, shelf of all the wonderful things that means so much. Love my Gulf of America shirt. My hubby keeps trying to steal mine, Jessica. That's hilarious. Donna loves her shirt too. Lori will take a large. That might be a winner, Lori. That might be a winner. Make sure you click share. All right, let's see. Love how the water moves. Isn't that so? It's kind of like hypnotic, isn't it? You could share on YouTube, Donna. I just can't tell that you did it. So you could share it on another platform and tag me. My special needs son loves walkie-talkie. He's been looking for a good set that will reach between his dad and yeah. This might do it, Jess. They're not walkie-talkies as much. They're ham radios, but they do work like walkie-talkies. In order to use them legally, he would need to become an operator and get his ham license. And so would someone else who wants to use them. That's why it's a little more advanced, this whole thing. But in a you know what hits the fan situation, I don't know that those rules would be as upheld. But it's good. It's a good idea to have some friends that are. Gooder's in locals right now. He's in the Freedom Fam on VIP, cracking jokes about his groceries. This guy. All right. Gulf of America, Gulf of America. Yes, such sad news. Michael's talking about the Hulkster. Hulk Hogan died today. End of an era. Guys, it's been a rough week for Gen Z. I want you to think back about this. Ozzy Osbourne, Theo Huxtable, Malcolm Jamal Warner, the guy that played Theo in The Cosby Show, and then the Hulkster today. And like a week or two back, we had that guy from the Dukes of Hazzard that died. It's a strange time. And Hulk was only 71. That is wild to me. There was something going on. I knew he'd been sick and in the hospital, and I'd seen some sort of rumor that he didn't have long because of whatever he was going through, whatever it was. I saw today the feds are requesting Michigan voter roll info. Yes, we're actually going to talk about that tomorrow. Kyle Olson will be on with us. We're going to have somebody from the Treasury Department on tomorrow. We have lots to talk about. Chuck says neither will be arrested spreading the poison of the pill of resolve. Nice haircut. Well, thank you, but I'm about due for one next week. It's already coming around. We got it cut nice and short last time. We've lost a lot of people over the last 2 weeks. We really have. It's so sad. All right, click share if you haven't done so already, folks. Help us get the numbers up. Break the algorithm. Maybe even the haters can click share. Haters. Chuck Mangione was 84. Dude could play the horns. Did we lose Chuck Mangione? Why does that sound? sounds so familiar. Hang on. He was a flugelhorn player, trumpeter, composer. Mangione came to prominence as a member of Art Blakey's band in the '60s. Later co-led the Jazz Brothers with his brother Gap, achieving international success in 1978 with his jazz pop single "Feels So Good." All right, now this guy looks familiar, and now you feel so good. Now you got me thinking about this. I'm gonna have to look it up. Feels so good. Chuck Mangione. I don't know. I don't know if that's familiar. It's got a little bit of like a familiar sound to it. I wonder what they've together. Chuck Mangione Essentials. Let's see. Let's see what else is out here. Give it all you got. Maui Wowie. Hang on. What is this? Theme from Side Streets. I don't know. He does sound like he's talented, though. Probably sit back, have a cigar, and enjoy a little Chuck Mangione. I can tell you that, man. That's a theme song to something, right? It sounds like it. It really does. So he died today, Chuck. That's wild. I did not know that. Also, RFK freezing all the funds to Bill Gates and Gabby. That's awesome. Late '70s was everywhere. I was thinking mask or something. Yeah, it does sound familiar, but I can't quite place it. The grocery stores used to play that tune. That's cool. All right, guys, we got to start giving stuff away. What are we doing? What are we waiting on? We've been waiting too long. All right, are people watching on Twitter X too? If you are, looks like we got decent numbers there. Make sure you say, hey, 10 seconds in, feels so good. You'll be like, oh, that song. Maybe I didn't go long enough. Maybe I should have been went a little bit. Back in the day, it was Barry White and Chuck Mangione. Jim says, "Man, maybe I should have went a little bit longer on that." By the way, you want to know the secret to winning? If you ever, a matter of fact, this will up your odds big times. Um, if you are sharing this broadcast, like while we're doing a regular show, especially, but tonight too, because it's my birthday bonanza extravaganza. Um, don't just share it on your wall, but you can get extra entries every time you share it. It shows up. So, hey, me is watching over on X. Good to see you, me. Make sure you repost this and get in the running. First prize up for grabs is a Gulf of America tee. Now it is large. I think we might have some other. So we might have some others as well. Whoa, Lori shut off Jesse to watch this tonight? Lori. That means a lot. That means a lot. You know what? You're getting a t-shirt. You're getting a t-shirt. All right, send me, hang on. I'm going to send you a message. We gotta coordinate. So I sent you my email, and then I want you to email me back so we can coordinate and get you a t-shirt. So there goes one. Ding 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 ding. We got one at least, right? Hang on. Let me No. Sound effects. No, that's not it. Yeah. Can you guys hear that? Can you hear him too? Okay, good. Because if it's just me laughing at this stuff by myself, you should do birthday month. It's fun. Well, in my younger days, maybe I would have been a little more inclined, but you start getting older and it's like, Michael says large size is good for babies. Just kidding. I know all the big ones are gone, but I got to be careful about my merch announcements. But guys, just keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. There's more merch coming soon. More merch coming soon. So anyway, that was that Chuck Mangione. Yeah, we got some good. We got sound effect. We're mixing them in. We're mixing them in tonight. What do I think's going to happen with Obama? What do I think's going to happen with Brennan Clapper Comey? I heard Bill O'Reilly talk about this today on Clay and Buck show, and I like Bill, but he made a really interesting point. He kind of said, they've kind of set the bar with Trump, and the Supreme Court did on immunity anyway, with presidential immunity. And Bill kind of laid out that he thought that presidents have immunity, according to the Supreme Court. And he thinks that they'll never charge Obama for anything because they'll always say, well, he has immunity. Now, I don't think you can have immunity for treason. Of course, that's sort of the idea that Tulsi is pushing on this anyway. But it is interesting. I'm not going to hold my breath, folks. I will tell you this. We're in the find out era. Anything's possible. I wouldn't be surprised either way. I would not be surprised if nothing happens. And I would not be surprised if something massive happens. And that's kind of where I'm at. I wrote that book. I'm going back because I'm doing some writing right now, and part of it is I'm trying to get you this guide to understanding what good news is, what real news is, and how to tell when you're out there listening to it or watching it, reading it on social media and whatnot. The truth versus fake news. Somebody asked me, a lot of people have been asking me this recently, but a guy a couple of weeks ago said, look, I'm just, he was like exasperated. He's like, I don't know how to figure this out. So I said, yeah, I got to come up with something that will show people how I do it. And a lot of it's discernment, right? And so what I'm doing right now is I'm writing that sort of piece, which may be like an ebook. You might even be able to buy a physical copy. I don't know how thick it's going to be. But I just want it to be sort of a guideline for people. I'm not trying to make a ton of money on it or anything. More than anything, I might even just give it to people for free. But in my book, because I'm going back and listening to the Good News book, Hope and Encouragement for Trying Times. In fact, I don't see the copy. I had a copy up here. Just like on display for times like today. But I'm going back listening to it. There is an audio book. If you matter of fact, Freedom Fam VIP. I don't know if you know this. Michigan Joe, Tim the Road King, Nancy K. Joy, good to see you, Deanne, Cook Garden. So, do you guys know, Terry? Do you guys know that my audiobook, some of you got a physical copy of my book? Because folks who sign up, by the way, I would encourage you to do that tonight. Sign up for the VIP Freedom Fam. It's really cool. You get all kinds of good stuff. The Secret Show Prep email goes out every single morning. So you get to see what we're looking at every morning. Nights like tonight, you're going to get secret access. Like they'll be able to ask me all kinds of questions after we shut this off here in a little bit. And the behind the scenes, they do to do that every day too at the end of the show. And a little show we like to call the after party. And they get to ask questions from some of the podcast guests that we get to have on. So Deanne says, I'd love a copy of the devotional you post every day. That's a really good idea for a prize, Deanne. Thank you so much. I'm gonna add that into the mix for ideas. That's a good one. But the audio book, the audio version of me reading my book to you, so it's almost like listening to a podcast. It's free inside for members of the Freedom Fam. Did you guys know that? Did you Freedom Fam VIP members know that my actual audiobook is free inside? And it's listed like as a podcast. So you'd have to go into like the content section. Maybe I should make a post that stays at the top that you actually can find that. So if you go into content and then you click on podcast, you can go and listen to the Good News book, the whole thing. It's listed as a podcast. Opening credits, introduction, chapter 1, all of it. I may need to make that more prominent. I don't think most people know that. Andrew Stuff says, I first listened to your book when I signed up on Locals forever ago. Nancy says, now that you mentioned, I remember you saying so, but I've since forgotten. I know, it's one of those things that you completely forget about. And it's another big perk for folks in there. Anyway, I'm going back and I'm listening to the book. And I've been doing that the last week or so. And number one, not to toot my own horn, but I'm kind of blown away about like how good it is. Like, I'm like, wow, holy cow, I forgot. Now, I wrote this thing back in 2020, 2021, and the whole premise of it was the world's falling apart, things are going nuts, and people were constantly asking me, what do you think's going to happen in the election? What do you think's going to happen here? What do you think this? When do you think the governor's going to lift these restrictions and all the craziness that we were going through? And I always came back to the same thing, is I don't know. But what I do know is that God is still in control and he's still on the throne. And that today is still more true than ever before, just as true today. And so I really, honestly, I apply that, folks, to everything else we talk about. So the question is, are they going to really arrest him or not? And it goes back to this idea, it goes back to this thought, is that no matter what happens, I've got the peace beyond understanding. That I don't get worked up or pulled either way. Of course, I want to see transparency. I want to see accountability. I think that if our nation is to survive, we've got to have some of that in a real meaningful way, in fact. But it's not my... It's not my idol. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's give a book away. Let's give a book away. Since we're doing all this time talking about the book, If you would like a copy of the book and you don't have one yet, just type the word book, BOOK, into the chat. Book, 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 book. And I'll make sure somebody in here. We've got lots of shares tonight. Thank you for sharing. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you click share. Hey, Justin, do we want Michigan represented in the Senate by 2 former 3-letter agency people? I don't know that we have a choice. Good question, by the way. Somebody was talking to me about this earlier today, about who's in the Senate and in that race. It's going to be interesting to see. Right now, there's really just one on the Republican side of the aisle. And I haven't heard any. I mean, I've heard some other names that might look at it, but Heisinger was in that list. He's since said he's not going to run. So we'll see. We'll see. I will tell you this: we still have a little time, but we're getting close. We're getting close. Okay. Actually, great question, and Chuck, since you asked for it, you got it. Chuck is getting my book, Good News, Hope, and Encouragement for Trying Times. Thank you, Chuck. Appreciate you, my friend. Now, let me see. Can I send you a message now? You got a comment again. Drop me another really quick, another comment, and then I can send you a message from your message. So the extravaganza bonanza is going pretty well so far. We've given away one T-shirt. We've given away one book. Why don't we give away another book? Sally Garcia is our. There you go. Thank you for the heads up, Sally. You've. Oh, where did you go? All right, Chuck, I got you in for a book. I just sent you a message, so you got my email. Send me an email. Sally, where did you go? Drop me another one real quick. Bum 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 bum. And a book for Michigan Joe. Michigan Joe over on Locals tonight. Michigan Joe, send me an email. I just realized what time it was, and I said to the wife, I'm missing the fireside chat, Doug said. Doug, congrats. Thank you for making it in, brother. We're full speed ahead. And I've got, Sally is an absolute angel. I love her. Any of the family members know. Occasionally, guys, I get to sneak in there and take a look at stuff. I'm not always able to get in there. I got another one of these T-shirts. Let's give another T-shirt away. And then I'm going to jump over to Locals. And I want you guys to come over and join me if you've never been over yet. I think you're going to like it. Fireside chat continues. I've got a few more things I want to sort of drop in too. 1969 Tim, my garden needs rain, and looks like, by the way, you're not the only one. We missed it tonight too. Tim says in Carson City they missed it. Yeah, we missed it. We missed it. Critter is talking so much smack. He's so funny. Hey, that's a good point, though. He does make a good point about the bow things. You don't need a license to listen or use during an emergency. So there you go. Gritter, you got to be careful on Locals when you're giving, like when you're talking smack, giving them, the the business about locals. And by the way, I know Nancy is a locals Freedom Fam VIP member too, but like some people in Rumble are going to think you're being serious. Now, I know you're not. He's full of it, number one, but also I know you're not serious, but they're going to, and they may not come over and now that might be a strategy that you're trying to employ to weed out people from coming over and joining. But we actually, that's the goal, is we want more people to come in and join. Now, I don't know that I have this option, but maybe I could just charge you more than everybody else. All in favor in locals in the Freedom Fam VIP that I charge Gritter's 98% serious. Can we charge Gritter a premium? Yeah, now maybe he can subsidize the rest of everyone else's memberships since he's busy paying for everything else. Why don't we see if Gritter can maybe, subsidize everyone else so he pays it out of his pocket? I think that's a good idea. That's a good idea. All right, Sally, I see that you're here. Drop me another quick comment so I can send you a direct message. Yes, Sally did get a book check. She absolutely did. Congratulations, Sally. You got what in Cutlerville, Doug? Jessica is definitely voting for Gritter to pay a premium on locals. I mean, I just thought it was like the natural thing to do, right? I mean, it's like, like taxing the millionaires and billionaires, like that guy in New York City. He doesn't think billionaires should be a thing, so why not? Why can't Gritter just pay his fair share? That's what I think. If you want to join the Freedom Fam, yes, this is all free, but right here. But if you're on the Freedom Fam VIP over at locals, Gritter, he's got to pull his weight. He's got to pull his weight. Mrs. Gritter says no. Well, I sympathize with her, and she's absolutely right. She deserves much better, and I don't know. No, I don't mean from you. I'm just saying from us. She deserves much better from us. She may have just saved you. I don't know. She may have just saved you. I'm just saying. All right, Sally, check your messages. I just set you up. We still have more to go tonight. Inside the Freedom Fam on Locals. This is for members. The Stop Box Pro. It's still in the wrapping, although I did pop the corner there earlier tonight when I dropped it. And as you can tell, it's not a safe, but it's a place to keep things safe, so to speak, locked up inside. We've got the Baofangs, and then I've got something that you can't buy. You literally cannot buy for my icing on the top of the cake tonight for folks inside locals and the Freedom Fam. Maybe I'll tell you. Should I tell you before we go in, or should it be a surprise? Maybe I'll tell you. All right. These are the Baofeng radios. Those are coming still too. Got a couple more shirts, a couple more books. It's as bad as Guppy on Facebook. I remember Guppy. I remember that guy. What happened to him? Gooder, there we are. Holy cow, that was Clay Clark's event. Yes. What a fun day. Fantastic. And there she is. That's right, Nancy. Mrs. Gooder would have no problem paying for a local subscription to Justin Scott. That's very true. Very true. Okay. Lori, that's so nice of you. I respect your opinion more than Jesse. I like Jesse. Good guy, though, by the way. I like the show. I'm glad that you're missing him. Well, I'm not glad you're missing him, but I'm glad that you are here with us tonight. I think you made the right choice. All right, so here's what I'm going to tell you guys. I got those big prizes, and I'm going to switch over real quick to locals. So let me give you the link for folks that are watching. It's justinbarclay.com/locals. justinbarclay.com/locals, or you can click. You remember Guppy, but not Chuck Mangione. That's a good point, Chuck McDonald. That's a good point, my friend. I know. One made a bigger impact. I can tell you that much. I don't have a snowball's chance to win anything with Starlink being down. AT&T isn't any help out here in Timbuktu either. Awesome Grandma says. Well, you know what, Awesome Grandma? Because you're so awesome, I'm just going to prove you wrong. I love you, and in fact, I'm going to give you a book because I know I have books. So, but I don't know about t-shirts and sizes. So, send me an email. Hang on. There you go. Now I can mention you. Send me an email and I will get you a book. All right. Hope you got my message. Sally says, I am pretty sure I did. If not, keep pestering me. Let me check my emails real quick just to see that I'm getting them. I got Chuck's. I got Joseph. Is that Sally? I don't see a Sally in the email just yet. Make sure you actually send an email, not a message on here. An actual email. Oh, Chuck, look at you. You got a fan, man. Look at you. Chuck's got a fan. Barbara Ann. Can you add me as a friend if you don't mind? Your posts are interesting. I see them every day. I hope they're... Doug's got her too. Now she's making her rounds, guys. Usually we get these for guys. The men, it's like the men fake accounts and they go after the women. But Barbara Ann on here tonight is she's spreading the love. She's already whispering sweet nothings into Chuck's ear and Doug's. Hang on, we're gonna block her. I'll block her real quick. I hope that worked. Sally, did you send an email? I got Michigan Joe. Yeah, Sally, I don't see an email yet. Make sure you send me one before we jump off of here real quick. Okay. She should talk to my wife, Chuck. I bet she'd love that. All right, there's the link. Come on over and join us over on Locals. But do it quickly. Let me make sure I can get it for the folks who are watching tonight. Oh, wow. This just happened. No wonder they reached out. President Trump just endorsed Mike Rogers for Senate. American First Patriot Mike Rogers is running for U.S. Senate in the great state of Michigan, a state I love and won big. From the U.S. Army to Congress, Mike has served our nation with distinction and will bring that same fighting spirit to the U.S. Senate. As your next senator, Mike will work tirelessly to grow our economy, cut taxes and regulations, promote Made in the USA, unleash American energy dominance by keeping the price of gasoline, oil, and all forms of energy very low, cheap. Help secure our now very secure record-setting southern border, support our incredible military veterans, and defend our always under siege Second Amendment. Mike Rogers has our complete and total endorsement. He will not let you down. There we go. All right. Let's see. All right. I won one of Sally's Afghans here. So nice. They are so cool. That's really interesting. I didn't know you won one, Chuck. That's so cool. She does make the best. She really does. All right. Come on over. Bump on over to Locals with us real quick. JustinBarkley.com/locals. And I guess I'll tell you what I'm going to do over there because I haven't said so yet. I'm going to give away a chance to sit in on the show as we're doing it live one day. Now, the only other time I've ever done this was like for charities. Like I've done it for Right to Life a couple of times. And I think we just kind of got away from doing it for so long. Now, some of you, in fact, Gritter may say like, oh my gosh, instead of winning a chance to come in and watch the show, he may like to win the chance to get out of the studio. Can I get out of here? That may be what he's thinking. But anyway, that, like I said, is a prize you can't buy. You just can't even buy it anywhere else. Certainly can't win it anywhere else. So if you want to come in one day and sit in on the show and watch it, that's going to be available for folks in the Freedom Fam VIP tonight. Now, I know that's an investment, but $7 a month is pretty cheap. It's like a cup of coffee. So if you can help us, support us, maybe go for an entire annual. You got enough juice to do that? I'm laughing because it's not that bad. But what it will get you is it'll get you a full year, a month free, and a copy of my book signed and sent to you. So come on over, join us tonight. We'll see you inside the Freedom Fam VIP over on Locals, JustinBarkley.com/locals. In the meantime, thank you so much. We gave away shirts, we gave away books, and we got the big prizes on Locals still yet to go. So come on over and join us. God bless.